Welcome back to my series where I break down lighting on production stills from movies and TV shows. Today we are going to look at this TV show from Paramount Plus called Before I Forget. Here is a quick close-up of the image before we get started. So there are two really good clues to figure out what kind of lighting somebody used. And one of them is the catch lights in their eyes. So if you zoom in on him, you'll see a pretty small harsh speck. So that tells me there is probably a hard light with a reflector on him. And if you zoom in on her eyes, you'll see a pretty soft catch light. So that tells me there's probably something like a soft box just above her head. The second clue is looking at the types of shadows that are falling on their face. Are the shadows hard with very defined edges, or are they soft? And what direction are they falling? If you look at his face, you'll see a hard shadow around his nose, veering off to the right of his face. So since the shadows are moving diagonally across his face, I'm going to go ahead and say that the height of the light is around his nose to eye level. Another way I can tell that that light is coming at a lower angle is because there isn't a rim light around his hair. And I can also tell because the light hitting her ear does not go all the way around the top. It just hits at right there and then falls off. And when you look at her, I'm not really seeing any hard shadows like around her nose. And then if you look at the lighting on her neck, that is also pretty soft. And I can tell the direction that it's falling on her as well. So since the lighting's pretty soft, I'm going to add another layer of diffusion. There is also a blue CTO inside the softbox that's hitting her. So that light is hitting her face and then falling onto him, creating kind of like an edge light. So moving back over to the light that is on his face, I am seeing two different colors of lights. A red CTO and possibly a warmer yellow CTO. There is a really weird dark shadow in between both colors of light. I'm going to go ahead and say that there is a red CTO taped to a yellow CTO that is taped to the hard light, and that is what is causing that weird shadow on his forehead in between the two colors of light. So let's quickly look at the backgrounds. His background is red and the light is coming from above and there is some fall off down the wall, and her background light is some sort of soft light source coming right here. Alright, that concludes the lighting from this photo. I will see you tomorrow when I recreate it in my studio.